specific adaptation to impose demands, we talk reps. So we have two types of hypertrophy. We have myofibrillar and sarcoplasmic. Simply put, functional tissue, non-functional tissue. For myofibrillar, I'm going to mention NFL running back, Ezekiel Elliott, Adrian Peterson. They're very dense, compact athletes, and they pack a punch. Sarcoplasmic, bodybuilder, very bulbous, right, cartoon character-like, but their muscles don't pack a punch. So how this breaks down, so you have our normal size muscle fiber, we have our myo, and then our sarcoplasmic. Well, one is clearly bigger. What goes down inside are going to be what we call cross-sectional area, right? Actin and myosin filaments. So normal starts with 6, let's say that. So then we apply our training program, which is focused on attacking 4 to 7 reps at our strength. Then we start to grow, and our muscles are growing because they're developing more cross-sectional area, right? I failed. What does my body need to adapt now? More actin and myosin filaments, more structure. Then we have our sarcoplasmic. So if my program is focused on 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, some of you have done a bodybuilding program, this is what it's going to look like. I didn't stress the athlete to develop any cross-sectional area. What I did stress it to is to enhance the size of the sarcoplasm. That's what the sac that holds the muscle. So the fluid within that will increase, but it's not functional tissue. So this is where we get to the old school airplane test for any college football or NFL. You send your biggest, prettiest guy to step off the bus first, to strike some fear into the opponents. But at the same time, you know, that guy's the prettiest guy on the bench. But it's the guys with the huge asses. Make sure you get this, Callie. Huge asses, huge hamstrings. Those are the guys you got to fear because they pack a punch. It's not what necessarily what you can see in the mirror. It's going to be on that backside, right? We refer to those as go muscles versus just show muscles. If we had a bodybuilding program, hypertrophy would be focused here. Not to say this is evil. It still serves a purpose in many programming. For kind of a 130-pound kid, he's got to put on some armor. Well, we know the tools right here. So if he just has to step in to stand a chance, then we're going to put on some size so he doesn't get hurt, beat up. Our other two rep schemes here. So this is going to be intramuscular coordination, central nervous system efficiency. And if we look at it in any Olympic lifting focused program, 1 to 3 reps. What happens to rep 4? Probably looks like shit. Or it's just in a set of front squats when we're not focusing on technique and the execution. So any rep schemes here, guys, you see there are 1 to 3 reps. The purpose, the goal, the adaptation they're trying to drive is going to be central nervous system efficiency, which to you means power and speed. And finally, muscular endurance. So when I talk about cornerbacks or midfielders in soccer or lacrosse, you're going to need some muscular endurance. If you see rep schemes of 12 to 15, 20, this is the adaptation that they're trying to drive. It won't be a structural or neurological adaptation. It'll just kind of reach deeper into motor units recruited, so intramuscular coordination, and kind of prepare them for that long-term capacity versus explosive power. We have our rep schemes to drive set adaptations, but the intensity is going to be worked into the program. As the intensity increases, volume decreases. As my volume increases, my intensity decreases. Anytime an athlete comes to us for the first time, I'm not going to do percentages. We're not going to do 1RMs because we know they don't have the necessary coordination to call upon a proper 1RM. And if I were to build a program for that athlete based off that 1RM, I'd be doing them a disservice and taking away from their skill, their athleticism, their performance. Because if they didn't have a good day on that one, whether it's from their hormone levels as a teenager or just something was going on in their life they couldn't execute to the best of their ability, I'm not going to program 6, 8 weeks based off one shit day. Guys, we're not just measuring and progressing peak performance, we're giving our athletes the opportunity to call upon their strength, power, and their speed to the exact degree that they need, no matter what they're training for.
Been in the college championship twice. To either win it and be a top 25, we got to do things that other teams aren't doing.
These coaches that just regurgitate one-size-fits-all type information, it's absolutely wrong.
Because without that character I've created, that John North character, the weights aren't going to go up.
Coaching allows you to see the best and worst of people and be able to bring out things inside of them that they never thought were possible.